Hey guys, I wanted to cover some features that have caught me out completely on this Drift Ghost camera. As you know, I've got two. One is helmet mounted and this one which is mounted on the pillion hard cover. Now you've got to bear in mind that these are not set up as dash cams out of the box. They are set up so you can use the wrist wearable remote control, and if you want to record something you can just press the record button, and if you don't want to record something you just press the stop button on the control. Now this caught me out completely, and we're just going to fire this up. I'm trying to do this sat behind the camera, so it's not the easiest thing to do, but I'm hoping you'll be able to see the menus, which I can't looking at the screen. Anyway, so what happened was I had set both of these up. I would put them on the bike, get ready, and then turn them on and then press the record button, and you can see here you have the amount of memory left, which is 23%, and you can see an SD card is obviously fitted, and you can see the battery level, and you can also see the mode that it's in. Video camera, 1080p, 30 frames per second. The field of view is 160 degrees and the exposure is on 0. I have not adjusted the exposure compensation. So now I thought that by pressing the record and going off for whatever long ride would be, sorry, the screen's just timed out there as it's supposed to. I thought if I press record now, that will just carry on recording until the battery runs out or I press stop. What I didn't realise is this is not set up out of the box to loop record, and I found out the other day when I heard a couple of bleeps that the camera had actually switched itself off while I was riding because the memory had run out on the SD card. It did not start a loop again. So obviously no use. This needs to be changed to dashcam mode, and yet again I was caught out there, and we'll just go into the menu system. So you've got menu, left and right, and enter. So we'll just bring up the menu. You've got these. I think if we go to, I'm going to go to general settings first because I really can't remember where this is. That's the main settings screen. Yeah, it might actually be on the video recording mode screen. Yeah, it is. So to get out of that you just press menu again. This time I'm going to go into the record settings, and I want the first one, which is the video camera. So we've got resolution, frame rate, field of view, exposure, self timer. I think the next screen is the important one. Okay, here we go. Car DVR mode. Okay, now you must go into that by pressing the enter key, and you'll see a couple of choices. It can either be ticked or it can be M. Now I ticked it and thought that was correct, and then I saw that car DVR interval and I assumed that it would record clips of 10 minutes, and obviously I'm completely mistaken with that. If you select the tick and select 10 minutes, all that's going to happen is you'll press record, you'll set off, and then 10 minutes later this is going to turn itself off. The tick means that you are connecting it to the car with a charging lead. So as soon as you turn the ignition on, this will sense that, it will turn on and it will go into recording mode. When you turn the ignition off, this will sense that and it will stop recording and turn off, but it will only do so after the time you set here. So that is the off time if you're using it in a car or a bike connected to switchable power. Now, to get it to stay on, you need to select M, which I assume is manual, and that means you have to manually turn it on and manually turn it on to record. At the moment I charge the battery fully before a journey, and I also keep 2 spares with me for the longer journeys on a Sunday with the IAM guys. Okay, so you must set that to M for manual. Now the loop recording is somewhere else, which I can't remember now. Let's have a look. Just going to go back out and into the general settings again, because I found it somewhere. Now you can save these settings and you can load previous settings. So if you want to use this for, maybe you want to use it in the car, maybe you want to use it on your bike. Maybe in the car it will be wired up permanently, and maybe on the bike it'll only be on battery. So I could save this now as my bike settings, and then I could set it up completely differently for the car, and I could save that. You've got three positions to save settings, and then next time you use it you can load one of those 3 settings. Well, let me just find this loop setting. It's a bit embarrassing that I can't find it. No, can't. Let's go back into that one again. I'm just going to go to that 3rd option there. I'm just not sure what that is. Time lapse. No, definitely don't want time lapse. Back out. Let's go to the video settings again. Resolution, frame rate, field of view, exposure. Yeah, I'm just wondering if because I've set it to manual, that is now the loop time. This is explained in the manual, so it might be worth, I haven't got it unfortunately to hand, but because that's in manual now, that might be the record interval. I'm just going to go into it. Yeah, actually it is now. This is the record loop. It will record for 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then it will start a new clip. So if you're doing an hour's journey at 10 minutes per clip, you're going to end up with 6 clips stored on the camera. So yeah, that is pretty much that. But it would be very easy to be caught out and find that the thing's turning itself off because there's no power to it, because you've put it on the tick, which is automatic, and that is a bloody nuisance when you're riding along. I've had to pull over a number of times before I really understood what was going on. So yeah, just remember guys, if you've got the Drift Ghost S, it is not set up as a standard dash cam as you might expect it to be out of the box, but it is very simple to set up. So hey, I hope that helps anyone with a similar issue. I suspect a more thorough read of the instructions would have helped. But yeah, there we go. Hope that helps, and I'll catch you later.